Starting video transmission. Oh, that sounds so fancy. Alright, well, hi guys. We're live.
Hello.
Hopefully you can hear us both. Let us know.
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
Whole new
So
world.
let's see. My internets are a bit slow. Everything's well, not my PC's a bit slow right now, so we'll see how laggy I feel compared to the Stuart Foley of Trekyards.
Yes. Why is
I would
this?
like it to not signed in. Well, you haven't gone live.
I've noticed this.
Yes.
And they're live. Yes, you can. I can hear you. Awesome, both. But can you hear us? I mean, they can hear us and see us, so I mean, that's good.
I mean, sounds like you've already solved the issue.
I mean, here's hoping.
Here's hoping. Come on. You can load it. Come on. Nope, still says it hasn't gone live.
Well, people can hear us and see us, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's interesting. They don't know what to tell you.
Maybe it's because I was on the. Yeah, there's two. There's a scheduled one which we're not on because we went live on that earlier. We're now a new.
No, I rescheduled the live, so this one should have kicked in on that one. So,
But that's okay.
oh well.
Let's hear me. How do I sound? Come on, lag. You can do it.
I mean, I think you sound okay, but what do I know? Sounds like you guys are at warp. What does that mean?
They sound a bit quiet. I guess I'll get close to the microphone. Yeah, I sound a bit quiet. Gonna up me a little bit.
Is that better?
Hopefully. Oh, the lag. Oh well.
Well,
Hi, Stuart.
hi, Samuel. Let me know if you sound better. I can adjust it as I need to. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the Titan, guys.
Mm-hmm. The one and only.
Indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Titan,
Luna
Titan.
class. Yeah, we've done a
Yes.
lot of videos on it with Sean Tourangeau and stuff, and it's nice being able to see more of it in lower decks. So we are going to talk about it. The exterior, the interior, all the things, all the terriers.
All the tears.
I mean, hey, what else do you want to say?
No, for sure, and it's an odd one because obviously we've thought about it much, but you know it is what it is. You know, it's not the most complicated of all ships, so quite a unique design. I think we even did a. Do we? Well, I guess it must have been part of the actual video. We did a comparison between the Stowe version, the original model, and Tobias's version. So we've done a pretty in-depth look. And then I've subsequently done a few animations with her, the channel. So you guys might have seen when she first appeared in season 1. I did a recreation of our final shot in CGI, in actual live action. So you guys can check that out. Quite pleased with that. Quite hard to make, but quite fun as well. And I feel like I know her quite well.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys have some thoughts on it, and what do you think about it? Because we would like to talk about it as per usual. So,
Well, and obviously in this specific context, they've showed a plethora of new interiors, and that's exciting because before this, only a few sketches and pictures existed, and a few calendars and whatever. But now it's like, ooh. And obviously, yes, you could argue it's really canon, and I mean, you know, yes.
yeah,
Where's the debate there? But Stuart, I will start sharing this link
please do.
while you talk to the people. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, welcome back. As I said, by all means, if you want to super chat, please feel free. Hit that like button, though. That is free as well. So if you can, please do so. You can also help us out by joining the channel. There's a join button down there, or by hitting the Yeah, by hitting the like button, that helps as well. Yes. Multiple different ways. You can also send us a PayPal at trekyards@hotmail.com. Just let us know that you sent that, and we will send you just tell us that you send a PayPal. Sorry, I'm doing 15 things at once here. And we will read your comment or question via the email for that. So if you can please do that as well, that would be awesome. So lots of ways to help support the channel. There's even the Teespring store and the TeePublic store down below, so check those out if you're able to, and we will I'd be very grateful for that. So if you can, please do. There might be some technical issues tonight. If there is, we apologize, but we will get those sorted as best we can. So yeah, just let us know if there's anything that's a little bit off. That would be great. Also head on over to Patreon/Trekyards if you want to help us out on a monthly basis, or like I said, hit that join button. That is a monthly membership, and it's a very good way to help us out. So yes, Hotmail. Got a problem with it? What else? TeePublic store, links down in the description. Also got some Eaglemoss links and discount codes for Eaglemoss if you want to do that. So lots of ways to help us out. But anyway, yes, 22 likes with 40 people here. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get up to at least 30. I'm sure we can do that. Should be no problem at all. Should be barely an inconvenience. But yeah. Sound could be higher. Well, I mean, it's best we got with what we have, so hopefully it's all good. Just enjoy. Talk about Titan. We will. I got waiting for Sam to get back from sharing the video around so we get more people here. Lay off about the Hotmail thing. It's something we've had since the creation of the channel. It still works. I don't know why there's a problem with it and why people don't appreciate the fact that people still have Hotmail. It's Hotmail. What a joke. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. So, yeah, I mean, lots of Titan interiors and even the crew members that we're getting to know, which is kind of nice. So, excited about that. Why is that not doing its thing? There it is. All right, there's the Titan. Hey, we didn't even miss you.
What? chug on the thing, but I got them posted. I did the thing. Huzzah. Yeah. Titan, eh?
It is. It's the Titan. It's a thing. It's a ship. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to I mean, I'm happy to see it, and I want to see more of it for sure. I'm sure we're going to see it more because we have 2 Boimlers now. One's on board, and the other is on the Cerritos. So, I mean, hopefully there will be an overarching story. There was kind of a hint dropped that maybe somebody bigger is behind this, and we'll get a little indication of who that might be at some point. So, yeah, excited for that. And that might tie in with the Titan stuff, so...
And do check in. Today we released a video talking about the Boimlers, the twists, maybe there's a grander thing at play here. Or that links to Titan. Because I can't help but, you know, Mighty Man must have had some inspiration from the Farscape Season 3, where there's 2 Crichtons following 2 different ships. A very, very clever narrative device. And kind of what happens to one or both of them is quite important. I mean, you know, ideally we'll see continuing story arc on the Titan to allow us to see multiple sets. Now, since they've already designed a large chunk of these sets, you know, show them more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pointing out too that the characters in the novels are different. I know Wesley Crusher and Tuvok are both on board the Titan in the novels, but I guess beta canon. This is like actual canon because it's on screen. So,
well, I mean, the books are only official until, or only canon until they're not. But I mean, all those books in between, obviously, they did whatever on earth they wanted. I mean, they never thought they were going to be canon. You know, a book writer doesn't think, oh yes, this is going to be the thing forever. It's like, no, you do something fun, to make a good book, to earn the money to make the next book. Then you
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against the stories, but only in your own book canon do you link to canon for yourself. And that's fine, you know. But it would have been cool to see Tim Russ's Tuvok. That certainly would have been a fun reveal. But again, why would he even be on the Titan? There's no real. I never got the reason why he was on the Titan. Just because fun.
He might come on board. He might get a position sometime during the course of Lower Decks. There you go. That would be awesome.
And the Joker says Wesley isn't on the Titan. He's a traveler. Nope, he's not a traveler as of Nemesis. And they've been saying in a deleted scene that he's going on the Titan. I believe it was a deleted scene, and also in the theme park experience once. If you like filmed something with him as well in uniform, which is quite quirky. So, and also like in the books.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'm looking at this picture that I never even realized is there's no windows along the rim of that saucer section. Is that like the model? You would know that.
I might not have access to anything right now, so
I don't know.
checking is harder.
It's an
I mean,
odd.
it should be.
Yeah. It's an odd choice for sure, and I don't know. I just noticed it now, so I mean.
And it feels so big and thick and chunky and inorganic. You know what? Let me know. Go back and look at the Trekyards episode because I did all that work for me.
Yeah, you go do that. But no, I mean,
I wasn't.
getting to know the crew is going to be interesting. So far, I mean, I didn't really like them too much. They're kind of assholes, but they kind of got better by the end of the episode. So I just don't want Riker stuck with a bad crew, you know.
But I think you'd also think they were assholes at our first contact, based on the situation. Everybody on the AE fighting the Borg wasn't in their best light. You know, you'd think, oh, Worf's a bit of an arse. Why would I like him? And you know. So yeah. Well, at least there's a British guy. That's nice. Right? Right.
Yeah,
Stuart?
sure. Yeah, absolutely. The British are awesome.
Good.
Or something. The other thing that we found interesting that you pointed out was the upper thing in the middle glows red, or was glowing red when they were firing. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. It's only when they were firing, and quite an interesting. Don't know what that is. So, but yeah. 37 likes, guys. 76 people here. That's awesome. Hit the like button. Let's get to 50 likes. If you guys have anything you want to super chat as far as anything about the Titan, please feel free. But yeah.
Go back to 2016 here to find our episode.
Ooh, so long ago. Is that the one with Sean Tourangeau?
Yes, the combined version. Well, I didn't have the actual Titan model then, so I guess I'm only using the fan version. Oh gosh. I got as a. I mean, there would be, wouldn't there? It'd be logical if there wasn't. For your haircut, it's the same yet different. Fantastic. No, although looking at this, the deflector looks a bit silly, but obviously they're kind of highlighting certain elements because of a cartoon. I think the water grills look pretty nice, but the deflector kind of loses it for me a bit.
It's a little bit blown out, isn't it? There's no detail in it.
No.
But
at least they got red and green blinkies.
Yes, they got those right.
Yeah.
Lower planetary sensor dome also has that blue glow to it as well, which is nice. But I don't know. I like it.
Any other views, Stuart, of the Titan exterior?
I've already shown a few, but yeah.
Because I have it paused. Sorry.
Yeah, I've already gone through a few of them.
Well, I can't. Well. God, that is weird. Why is this? That is still like 10 minutes ago. Hold on. I was wondering why it was still in the same picture for a long time. Load, chug.
Anywho. The ship is so drool worthy, says Richie. Yeah.
But it's kind of a blocky ship. Like, I wouldn't call it sleek, really. But it's we know it's a hybrid of other ship designs, and it's not E lineage really, apart from the saucer. So it has all those boxy elements sort of as part of it.
Yeah, it is one of the new fleet though, the board killing fleet. At least I
Well,
assume so anyway.
I mean, Sean's canon is irrelevant at this point, unfortunately. Even in the books, they're not canon, so whatever they say in the books don't matter in terms of when it was designed. So we don't actually know. The bridge is certainly sovereignty, but look at TM pre-bridge, Star Trek 6 bridge. You could argue they're different eras if you went back and looked. So, I mean, yeah, you assume it'd be at least for at least one of that batch, but that's a while ago. You know. At this point, that's certainly not new.
They were talking about it in the moderator group chat before we went live, and asking if the Titan was a brand new ship when Riker got it, which I assume it was. But I don't know for sure. I don't think that's ever really stated. So.
Well, yeah, no one knows for sure because it's never been worked out. I mean, we know it's not the first of the class. That's because it's lunar.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know if he would be given a straight off the production line ship. That's not tend to be. That's not normally how you do those things. You know, because he happens to be getting married, happens to be changing command. Like coincidentally, around the time of his wedding, around a promotion, he happens to get a brand new ship. Unless the ship's rushed out for him, it's probably just a ship that's been around for like 6-7 months.
Yeah, maybe.
Captain's moving on, or he's picking a ship of like. Because actually, good question. If a captain gets to pick a brand new captain gets to pick an assignment, can they override another captain and sort of say, I really want that ship? Like if they're doing like inner Federation missions that aren't important per se.
It depends. I mean, and they really screwed over the captain of the Yorktown that eventually became the Enterprise A. Oh, by the way, your ship. Yeah. No, we're changing it to the Enterprise A's, and we're going to give you a garbage cow. I don't know.
The Oberth A.
Yeah. This Jericho says, do you have the Eaglemoss model? Yes, and I actually have my base signed by Sean Tourangeau. I had him sign it when we were at Denver StarCon 2019? Whatever it's called. Rick Sternbach was there as well, but yeah, Sean signed the base for me.
Didn't go to that one, did I?
No.
Because I couldn't.
And I also... when I did the review of the Eaglemoss model, I had already had the base signed. So if you want to watch my Titan class or my Luna class Titan review for Eaglemoss, it is I show off the signature there. So
I mean, I did have it. I just want to. Oh, cool. I do have it. Yes.
Cool. Eugene throws in 2,000 rubles. So thank you so much.
Boom.
Star Trek ship without bridge windows in these days is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, I mean, we're thankful for that for sure, but it's still, with the way they draw it, it does look like there are bridge windows. But
what do you mean the Titan or Cerritos?
I think the Titan. He's talking about the Titan.
Well, I mean, it's an observation. I mean, that's where the briefing room is.
Yeah.
Or the front briefing room. I mean, it's there isn't one long window.
Yep.
Yeah. Titan has our.
No.
You know. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice enough model. I mean, it's not really painted at all. I mean, it's just sort of flat grey with some colours. Even the escape pods aren't painted. I mean, it's a bonus model, and the 3D model they're based on isn't very high detail. And I mean, the fact they get away with literally just flat grey is a bit sad, really. But
well, somebody requested a XL version, and Ben Robinson piped in and said, So I think there's one in the works for sure. Probably gonna be more detailed, based on this one. So.
Well, the fact they haven't done any lower deck stuff is really odd, although everything's been delayed. But you'd assume that you could get away with doing a larger lower decks variant. I mean, it is slightly different anyway, the design, and they wouldn't need to use the 25-year-old low poly model, like relatively speaking low poly. Like it's okay, but it's not good. And lower decks made obviously a different model. Yeah, it'd be cool to see.
Yeah,
it's just nice that you made it. Just made it at all.
Yeah, I would like an XL for sure. It's a nice looking chip.
As long as it's actually painted.
That being said, I really prefer the Mirror Universe version better. It's got different nacelles on it, and I actually prefer the Mirror Universe nacelles to these ones. So, not that these are bad, but
I don't quite get the slice on the Bassard. Like, it's aesthetic over anything else, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. What a seam line. Just sort of sticking right there. It's like it's not wasn't a priority model for them.
Squadron course, $2.
Like,
Do angled nacelles shift the warp field up or down? No, probably not. They might influence the warp field geometry a bit, maybe make it a little bit more sleek, more streamlined, maybe a little bit quicker. I don't know, but
more efficiency, yeah.
It just looks nice. That's why.
Does the saucer separate on the Titan? No, indeed.
No.
There isn't. Well, there isn't a saucer. There's a primary hull that connects. It's like the Voyager doesn't really have a connection point. I mean, you could sort of cut one into it, but it's not built that way.
Yeah.
I know the mirror one does separate, but
yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
It's actually quite a different design. They did modify it quite well. Sean did, because why not? You know. And I know that obviously Started Online has had it for a couple of years now, and they've also done a lot of fun variants of it. And I was going to say, it'd be great to see Sean do an updated modern version. Although, what is updated and modern, given this is already Sovereign style? Like, I don't know how you'd modernize it. All we can do is really change the nacelles and change the detailing on the deflector. But Started Online did a whole plethora of interesting alternate things. And I think people should feel lucky to have so much, variety in the Titan Stowe. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good picture of the Mirror Universe one.
It's on his art station. It's on Sean's art station. And he's got orthos and beauties and stuff.
Okay. Give me a minute.
But yeah, it's I mean, do you want to show off the bridge for a second?
Yeah, hold on.
The Mirror Universe, Riker not with a beard. Yes.
I mean, which shot of the bridge do you want? Like, there's the forward stations.
No, back, looking back, or as broad a view as possible.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I have to wait for the lag.
Yeah, sorry. It's an
There it is.
Isn't it?
Well, no, that's a view screen.
It'll change in a second. Just relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the bridge he designed was a little bit different, but he's happy with what he's seen so far. So,
Well, the bridge he designed was just the Enterprise E with a Enterprise D wharf station. Like, it's not exactly an original design. The lower decks one does feel more original. The fact that it's got this well, we haven't seen a fully clear view, but simpler and more boxy version of the back piece worked well. Big ass L cars behind them. Two. Actually, it's interesting because I've done a lot of bridges in the last sort of 8 months. And normally the turbolifts are slightly in recessed alcoves. Looks to be here they are actually flush with the L cars at the back, but they have pillars that come out to make it feel like there's depth. So that's another way the bridge might be smaller.
And the ready room's on the opposite. It's ready room's on the same side as the one on the Cerritos, judging by that last scene where Boimler walks away. So that's where the battle bridge entrance is on the Enterprise D. So,
but if the ship can't separate, I mean, most ships wouldn't need a battle bridge. So I guess most ships that's the ready room.
Maybe.
Because would you need 4 turbolifts or 3 turbolifts on and off the bridge? Not to say all bridges obviously have that many turbolifts. I think the Ambassador class only has two doors in and out. So yeah. So what would be the other? Although since there is a, but that's a different door. But I mean, there's a turbolift door down. Since there's a conference room on both sides of the bridge, maybe there's a dedicated door to each.
I'm on his art station. I got Trek ships, but I cannot find the Mirror Universe Titan? There's a regular Titan Orthos, but it's really weird, actually.
No, it's a very simple bridge, and I think they are hiding the simplicity with these sorts of out of focus shots, which is kind of what they do as well.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for details, and it's like there isn't much because there isn't, you know.
Well, there are some crisper images, like where they're all celebrating, but still, like the chairs are simplistic. It's a very simple looking bridge for sure. That being said, I really do like the colors on the bridge. I've said that before. The very warm colors, I think, work well. So
they do make everything blend together a bit too much, though. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just everything is within a very small amount of color variation. Whereas if Enterprise D or whatever, like there's no, even the L cars don't pop like they should. Everything's kind of, although it's actually that's kind of odd. Why is the back L cars the Nemesis style, but the forward L cars the Sovereign style, or First Contact style? Huh?
Yeah, they're even different colors. Yeah,
That's what I mean. Huh?
No idea, man.
And why is Riker leave his footprints and everything?
Why not? Stuart Ford throws in $20. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
That is awesome. Thanks for your continued entertainment. Well, thank you for watching said continued entertainment and joining us.
That is half of the battle.
Yeah.
And of course, do go back and watch our edited videos. And we like to have these live conversations with you guys on the lives, but we do enjoy those edited videos that we were known for at the start, and we we'll always try to make time for. That came out this week. Just to reiterate, we had the Titan Interiors look at or Titan Lower Deck Shuttle on Saturday. This same video, Titan Interiors, on Sunday. The best track references on Monday, and today let's talk about the big twist, which I enjoyed filming quite a lot.
It was fun talking about for sure. So check those videos out, man. You will not be disappointed. Now, we also got to see the briefing room, which I assume is in the front of the ship. Like, unlike the Enterprise D, which is at the back of the bridge. I think this one's at the front, based on the window layout, like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, there's windows both sides.
Oh, is there?
Which is... Because, it's a science ship rather than a battleship. So, more conference rooms. But just like with the shuttle bay, when we get to that, you should be able to see the ship outside the shuttle bay. That's how the design works. And so even if we can't see the ship outside of these because the back view, you definitely see like the nacelles and pylons, etc. But even the front view, you might see something. But I don't think either which way we're not going to see details out these windows, so we won't get any context clues of which way.
Yeah. Now, in the briefing room, there are some ships that are present as well along the one wall, two on each side of the main display thing that they have, which you got a close up here. Samuel did a good job of getting all four on there. So the first one on the far left looks like a Titan rocket, which I think would be apropos considering this is the Titan. And then there's one just beside that, which is a weird shape design. Almost looks like the Magi class from Discovery, kind of. It's a weird, just saucer element. And then two other ones. Obviously, the far one is the Luna class, or at least it looks like it. And then one beside it seems disco, a little bit disco. It also, people have drawn similarities between it and the Lochnar from FASA. So, I mean, it's a possibility that it could be a Lochnar, but I really doubt it. So, there you go.
Yeah. So on the Twitter, Mike McMahon occasionally tweets on occasional people, and it was noted that the official guess, which he sort of half confirmed, and that's better than nothing, is that it's the Titan rocket, the Phoenix. Still a Titan. Then you got one of Gene Roddenberry's original Enterprise concepts, which looked that way and had little spikes out, and it was a bit of a daft one. And then obviously it's a Titan, but it was a weird concept.
It's those ones, yeah.
The other one, I mean, really, it looks like the Enterprise E. I mean, I think it could be so many things, but the fielding looks pretty much Enterprise-y, close enough anyway. And anything else is kind of super speculation, because there's so few ships that have that arrangement that unless you go side canon, in which case it could be anything. But the way the saucer goes into secondary saucer version, that's totally sovereign-y,
Yeah, I mean, it does look a lot like the Lochnar, especially with the struts the way they are. I'll pull a picture of that so people can see that. But
also it's like the Discovery, though. I mean, it's such a generic-y shape
does,
that
yeah.
but it's not. It can't, like. Why would it be if this is meant to be the lineage of the Titan? If it is a Lochnar, which is not a canon ship in itself, then first of all, it says the Titan hasn't been a ship for like 100 and something years, or 80, 90 years. If it's Discovery, that makes even less sense. If it's an E, that makes not a lot of sense, but doesn't need to have been 15 Titans throughout the years. So maybe he then says, my personal lineage to get here was Enterprise E. They don't all need to be named Titan. That's not necessarily a prerequisite.
yeah, I mean, we talked about that because it could just be the flagship that has all the. That's why it has the Enterprises. But there's the Lochnar from FASA and stuff, and you can see the similarities there with the struts as well. So I mean, it's a possibility, but we need to see it in a little bit more detail. Unfortunately, it's very, very out of focus. So I don't know. Put your thoughts in, guys. What do you think it looks like? Let us know.
But even if it was a TNG Lochnar, or just sovereign Brid, sovereign saucer, simple nacelles. I mean, hey, fine. Kit bash, kit bash pre. But somebody knows.
Somebody knows.
Hopefully, we'll see more. We'll see more things. I mean, it's nice enough set. It really is just the Enterprise E conference room, which is all good.
A little bit. I was gonna say a little bit smaller though.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit big. But as I said to you in a previous video, of all the rooms that reinvented the wheel, I mean, this is the most functional, simple meeting room. You don't need to change it, really. It's like the turbolifts. Why would you need to change turbolift design? You wouldn't really. So I kind of like the fact this one stays almost identical, but everything else is kind of different and new.
Yeah.
Give or take.
I do like the big computer display though. I think that looks really, really nice along that wall. So I do like the layout of this briefing room for sure. It's very simplistic, very simple, and that's awesome. Not overcomplicated, not too detailed. Does what it needs to do. So
yeah, I mean these wall panels were used in Nemesis at least, and then reused in Enterprise. So it's all pretty familiar stuff. Because I don't know if I was thinking about those TNG movies, the second batch of them. You try to think of the rooms, but they had lots of close-ups. So close-ups in the briefing room, it just was a briefing room.
Yeah.
But do we? Yeah, it's hard to remember these. I remember in First Contact, obviously, they break a wall of Enterprise. That took up a good chunk of the wall.
Broken little ships. He should have screamed little. I mean, that would have been funny. We also got the transporter room, which obviously is pretty standard, cookie cutter transporter room of the era. But again, the colors are nice and warm and welcoming, and like the dark blue or the dark purple, I guess, lighting in there. So yeah, simple.
And in fact, it does, like I said, unbeknownst to me, I forgot about that brief 1.5 minute scene in the transporter room in Insurrection. So we do see the transporter room in Insurrection from the Enterprise E, and it is just the same. But I mean, unless you know those pillar slice things exist, you wouldn't necessarily go to their pillar slices. But when you know that's what they should be, watching the scene, it's like, oh yeah, that's what they are. So I'm guessing they just had some set photography, and boom.
Yeah.
But I've designed a transport room since, and yeah, works fine. And certain elements of these sets I might borrow. I think I might nick the vertical ships. So it's quite a cool idea.
Yeah. Area 51, $5. Thank you so much. This discussion has me thinking of getting an Eaglemoss Titan. Shop Eaglemoss, everyone. Yes. And click the link down below to get there, because that's an affiliate link. click the link down below because that's the affiliate link, which shows them that the traffic's coming from Trekyards. And then when you check out, use the discount code Trekyards10 to save yourself some money. Do it. 69 likes with 99 people here, guys. We can probably hit 100 likes, so hit that like button, please. And again, let us know if there's anything that you stood out to you on the Titan that you want to talk about.
Well, what was your favourite room as the audience? Was the bridge, which was like a comfortable, redesign, or is it transformed to so iconic, or is really there's only two truly unique rooms, and that's the Shuttle Bay and the Captain's Ready Room, which actually is fun. What we're talking about. But that's in the chat right now. What is your favourite room that you saw of the Titan?
Yeah, let us know. We will get to the Ready Room in a minute here, but and are you excited? Are you happy you're seeing more of the Titan? I know a lot of people have said they want animated Titan adventures now, and I'm like, ugh, we don't need another show. It would be good though, but it is what it is. Chuck A says he likes the Ready Room. Nobody else is answering. Rikers Ready Room. Yep. Let's see here. I'll just pull up the Ready Room then. We might as well start talking about it. Again, I really like the layout of the Ready Room. The window is nice. I prefer that big window to the little slice that Picard has, especially over the couch. I mean, the big painting of the Enterprise D is nice, but I really like this look. It'd be a cool Ready Room, actually. It looks like there's another. I guess that's just an end table. I want to see the other side of the Ready Room because we don't really see that. But you've got his trombone, you got his vinyl records on the wall.
And Rich says he wanted to see Boimler's quarters. We can at the end of season 1. It's the last scene, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, I again, having looked at his designs to build in 3D, the part of why the Picard Ready Room was so small is because, or the window so small, is because the room actually isn't that big. It feels kind of compact. I would not even hazard to guess. I would assert this Ready Room is quite larger than Picard's one. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say probably maybe twice the size. I mean, Picard's feels bigger than it is with the way it's filmed.
Yeah.
Because where the cameras are, it's like that's the wall all the time. Like to actually be in that space would feel a lot smaller, I'm sure. So.
Well, we've seen the few scenes where they have like 4 people and all sitting down, cramped together. It's like, yes, they're all in front of his desk. That's the entire room filled, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this feels a lot more spacious. I mean, it's all about redistribution, because if a ship is designed for exploration rather than battleship duties, then you could probably argue not too bad that the captain will probably be dealing with more aliens that were more likely to spend time in his Ready Room. We'll give him more space. I could buy that. The Enterprise D was a grand experiment, and Picard didn't need that. Whatever. Or it was kind of the Enterprise C days. But just having that massive window is a sign of, we're going to give him more space,
I mean, it could be worse. It could be like his Ready Room in the saucer, or the battle section of the Enterprise D that we see.
That was embarrassing.
That was like a closet. But I mean, it's a battle bridge. It's attached to a battle bridge, so it's not like it's, you never see it again either. Goddamn.
Oh, the bright silver.
Uh-huh.
But no, it's interesting to see, because they're obviously inventing Riker canon as they go, in the sense of what's most important to him. Him putting the trombone in a private place with a display light. Stuart has his own Ready Room with... he did, yeah. His own Ready Room with stuff in display cabinets with lights. It's like, well, what he picks as a light is, is special. But I think they really did good. I kind of wish we'd seen a couple of paintings. Would be nice to have, like, the moon of Titan.
Yes.
As a symbolic thing, even if it was like a small rectangle painting.
Done by Rick Sternbach, because he does a lot of planetscapes and stuff.
Ooh, mic drop moment. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
So look at this view looking in through the window. You see his desk in the background. You see the vinyl records on the wall, his laptop, and then a door to the side, which we can assume is the same as Picard's little area. Which I think in the blueprints and stuff, it shows a toilet back there. I'm sure that's probably what that is, but and a replicator maybe. I don't know. I kind of like that it's closed off though.
Yeah, that's true. It's an interesting combination of both. So big it feels cartoony and we just we just drew stuff, but detailed enough to feel like I put a lot of thought into it. But you can't just keep furnishing every wall. That's not how you would really do something. That's not how organic it would be. And as someone who's also done a ready room, it's like, well, how much is too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think this one's perfect. There's everything about it I like. So, so we pointed out the vinyl records and the trombone. There's also the Horgon in there, and on his desk is a Oberth class, which is the Pegasus, and the hat, the Civil War hat from Thaddeus Riker. So, somebody was asking me earlier today. I was actually Aussie. Why is there no, Enterprise E or whatever on his desk as well? Because the Pegasus is important to him. That's a very important turning point in his career. An interesting decision was made, and I think it's there as a reminder, as a captain, to not go off the rails and have your crew mutiny on you, maybe.
And to not break into galactic treaties.
Yeah. But it's a nice touch, and you can tell it is the Pegasus, because when you zoom in, you can see the registry number on the side there. So,
which is again saying to the naysayers out there that say, "Oh, just ignore it. It's not canon. It's only a cartoon." They put the effort into put a registry on a ship that is very small in frame, relatively speaking. They didn't have to do that for us to know what it was, but they were like, "Yes, we want this to be very clear."
Yeah.
Etc. But in fact, the Pegasus is a double lesson, because obviously once when he was a lieutenant, once when he was an ensign, he made the choice, and then 25 years later, he made the opposite choice when he was on Enterprise D, and helped destroy it.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a double lesson, showing how much he's grown. Although yes, that's a bit of a truncated Oberth, but
it's kind of crap. I was just gonna say that, like they didn't draw it proportionally correct at all. But they did take the time to put the registry number on there, so that says a lot.
And I'll give a little spoiler. I may or may not, after this episode, before problems with technology, I've slightly enhanced one of my interior sets I've been working on, assuming the files still exist, and I've added more gold ships. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know. And there's the Civil War hat with the 102nd Regiment, I assume. But yeah, some really nice details in the ready room there. So good job, guys. Area 51 throws in $2. Thank you so much. I really like the color palette of the ready room. Yeah, I do too. The whole ship, even the briefing room, is the same thing. Kind of like that, a rich maroon or like a wine color almost. I like it. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. 109 people here, which is awesome, guys. Hit that like button. We have 79 likes. I'm sure we can get to 100. So if you can hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. I think Samuel would too. He says yes. And there we get a shot of some of the vinyl records behind the...
I can imagine that's a pretty damn rare collection.
I would say, yeah, probably.
But would you really? I mean, think of it. Is that really a real hat from back then? I doubt it. It's not really going to be vintage, is it? Like 700 years old. So, I mean, do you really care if it's just replicas or not?
No, I wouldn't. It might be replicated for sure. I would assume it's replicated, but knowing the future and their love of antiques and stuff, who knows? Maybe it's the real thing, passed down through the family.
Was when the Civil War like 1700s? And I really don't know because I'm not American.
I don't even know. We're gonna get crucified in the chat, but I really don't care.
Not our history. Yeah, a lot of the American Civil War. See, if you had never left the UK, you would have had a war.
Avenue Pad says, "What's the civil hat for? Descendants fought in the war." Yes, if you watch Voyager, his great whatever, Thaddeus Riker fought in the Civil War, and that's what they named their son after in Picard, the son who dies. So, yeah, it's Thaddeus Riker. There's a picture of Civil War picture of him in Voyager when Q brings Riker to the Delta Quadrant. So. Well, we also have the shuttle bay, which pretty standard shuttle bay. Oh look, there's another shuttle, the Gillespie. We've got the Armstrong. We had the Coltrane. There's one called the Monk. So yeah, apparently, okay, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the shuttles are actually named after jazz musicians.
I did know that.
Did you? Okay, good. I was just checking. Hey, Samuel.
Yes, Stuart.
The shuttles on the Titan are named after jazz musicians. I'm not sure if you've heard that yet, though.
Stuart, just let me eat my Fruit Loops, and you don't have to repeat yourself 15th time. Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
And also, the multi-gun man says, Trekyards, hi guys, how's it going? Stuart, how's it going?
It's going well. Could be better, probably, but we're here.
I'm having some tech issues, so not going great.
Yes, that's what I meant by could be going better.
Well, could be going a lot better. But no, I like the shuttle bay. But like I said in our episode, you should see the outer hull, the Titan design. Unlike most other Trek ships, actually does have a lot of hull. Well, I could just show you guys. I have a 3D representation.
It's got like a nice staging area outside of the.
Yeah, well, it's a dedicated zone.
Yeah.
I mean, you would see that, and that's like a good fifth of the ship extra behind it.
Yeah, pretty big chunk.
So it'd be pretty much impossible to not be able to see that. So that's just a misstep on their part, because unless because I don't know if we're necessarily the same team doing the interiors, the exteriors. There's a different art form, and so would any other ship? I mean, the Enterprise E, you probably see the nacelles.
You see the nacelles on the Discovery because they never closed the door.
Yeah. And I guess you do on the D, but not if you look up. Connie, you don't. Refit, you don't. This guy's kind of half and half with do you see nacelles or not. But they probably should have checked.
Species says, can only hear Foley when he coughs. Well, I hope not, because that's when I'm hitting mute. So if that's the only time you're hearing me, you're missing out on a lot of the discussion.
Well, I can hear you. And if I can hear you, they should be able to hear you. Because you're muting your actual microphone, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, Matt Boardman, though, throws in $5.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, are the shuttles named after jazz musicians? I heard that somewhere once.
Oh my god, jazz musicians!
How'd you find that out, Matt? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. You gotta let us know, Matt. You got the kind of the insider thing going on, so thank you for sharing that with us. So anyway, we've covered everything. What else do we need to see? We need to see the sick bay, Rikers quarters, a lab. No, we don't need to see a lab. I don't know. We need to see more of the ship, though. 10 more likes, guys. We have 90 likes, 112 people watching. Hit that like button. Let's get it up to 100. And, yeah. Let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about specifically, because we would like to continue the discussion.
Yeah, I was just thrilled that she included the shuttle bay. Because it's a whole extra detail to add. and I might have to borrow this design as well. Well, I say design; it's more just a few shapes. And I certainly wish I was able to have the artistic ability to actually sketch stuff. You know, I can kit bash okay, but you have to use existing shapes. That limits you. But how amazing would it be to actually sketch from your brain in full 3D? I think we'd both be on fire if we could do that design-wise. Amazing.
Oh, I guess we need to see the engine room as well. I'd like to see the engine room in a Luna class. That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like it would be just as well as all these things, a smaller E, but the Enterprise E engineering room actually did get smaller from movie to movie because they didn't need to build a full-size set, which I didn't know until like this year. So it was a really big 2-story set in First Contact, and by Nemesis it was like a story and a third. Everything's scaled down. There isn't a second level really, but you don't notice because you only shoot a certain bit of it. They keep remaking it, etc. But I wouldn't want to see the same warp core, because warp core is something you don't really see repeated. Yes, the pinch of salt of the Star Trek 6 and TNG one, because it's the same damn room. I don't really think that the same warp core existed for 90 years. I'm going to take that as not canon in the abstract, you know?
Yeah. And Dan23 says, how many ships have an auxiliary control room? I think in TOS time, all of them. I don't think that's necessarily a thing called the auxiliary control room in this era necessarily. But I would think every ship would have one because that's kind of an important room. That being said, the Enterprise in TOS was hijacked a few times from there because you can basically divert everything from the bridge to there, which is kind of stupid.
A risky spot to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's relative. I think most ships would be useful to have some sort of auxiliary-based unit to control the ship, but I wouldn't necessarily associate modern designs with needing a room of that sort, especially as engineering is so more varied. You know, you look at TOS engineering, and if you extrapolate that there's more rooms around it, like that second level inside the... You know, there's more elements to it. If you just take it the TOS engineering at face value, there's like 2 sets of controls and a third set where Scotty sits. You look at the Enterprise E engineering room, 37 control panels. You know what I mean? Look at the TNG, and there's not as many as the newer ones, but there's still way more. So you know what I mean? So I would be happy to commit. There's more consoles somewhere.
Yeah. Dan23 makes a point. We never saw the Enterprise E shuttle bay. No, we didn't. John Eves did draw it up for one of these Ships of the Line calendars, though, so we have seen the interior of it in that regard. And it's really cool, actually.
Well, he sketched it for one of the movies because originally going to do something with it, and then he fleshed it out, and it looked great. Bit too big, kind of felt like a warehouse, but it was huge, and it's a thing that you store shells. So it's a warehouse. I mean, unfortunately, if the shoe fits, it's a giant empty room. You know,
it's a shuttle storage facility.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Enterprise D one; it's a box with a right corner. If you look at Voyager, it's a box. It's just a smaller box with a right corner. You know, it's just the ease. It's so elaborate and so whatever, but the clamshell is so curved, etc. So it's you know.
And the multi-gun man says, Trekyards, did you guys know that the shuttles are named after jazz musicians?
I don't believe it.
That's what it is. I thought it might be scientists or something.
I thought it was famous directors of the 21st century.
That's such a cool fact. Thank you for letting us know. Les Jericho makes a good point as well. Never saw the main shuttle bay of the Enterprise D as well. Unfortunately not until stage 9. Mm-hmm. And they did a great job with that thing. That was impressive, beyond impressive. So
the problem with that, though, is that it changes the entire scale feeling of the ship. You know, it sort of, except engineering, it kind of makes the entire ship feel like what we see is just a tip of the iceberg, and built around conventions and you know, we only have so much physical space on a soundstage. If you can build something that ginormous, well bloody hell, you know. But it's definitely odd to think and ludicrous to think that the bays we saw are like the main bays. I mean, do they always come from the same small bay?
No, I think we saw 1 or 2, but there's only like the 2 in the
3.
neck.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously the main shuttle bay, just for reference, there is that big
We do see that once. We see they open the door in cause and effect, but you see some shuttles in there, and it's just black, like it's dark. So
yeah. So there, that's the top door. It's such a well-designed door that it just blends in with the design, gives you the gradient on the back.
Yep.
But it's a massive door. If you break it down in comparison to actually how big the other doors are, it is big. I would never have thought until I saw Stage 9 that the entire inner ring would be a shuttle bay. It's really cool. If I was them, 24th century designers, I would do like a half ring, and then the other half be all storage with no ability to get the shuttles out. But that's basically what it is, just open plan. So
my question is, why didn't they leave the door of the main bay open all the time? Because that's like cool to do and stuff.
Oh,
I'd say you explosively decompress it, I guess.
Well, it's because the door closing technology was perfected by the 25th century.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes door tech is good.
Timothy Adams asks, is there an Eaglemoss figure for the Titan?
Yeah,
there is. And luckily for you, Trekyards has an affiliate link down in the description below. Click that so they know the traffic's coming from Trekyards. Buy yourself one, although I think they're out of stock right now, people were saying. And then you can use the discount code Trekyards10 at checkout to save yourself some money. So if you want to do that, consider doing that. That'd be awesome. If you can't get the Titan, get something else. And there's rumors, well, not really rumors, but Ben Robinson suggested that maybe.
Wait, sorry, you really went off that horse, the high horse, very quickly. I was like, there's room. Well, I heard once that one guy said once.
That was Ben Robinson that did
the
thing. So he's like, there might be an XL Titan coming at some point, which, I mean, they're doing the Picard line of ships. They've done Discovery. They still need to do Lower Decks, of course, but I think the Titan's going to be in the Lower Decks lineup, which I think are probably going to be larger scale, like the Discovery ones. I don't think they're going to be the standard Eaglemoss size ships, because the Discovery ones are bigger. It's I don't know. I think that's probably what they're going to do, and they're going to include the Titan in that. Now, is it an XL? Probably not, but it'll be bigger than the one you got.
So kind of, there isn't a Discovery line anymore, really, well, there isn't actually at all. There isn't a Picard line, there's a Star Trek Universe line, which is all of the new shows, and they're all the same scale that you have for Gen Hay. They don't make smaller ones. An XL will be bigger than that, but they're already pretty much XL size anyway. So
yes, exactly.
Yeah, so it'll be that scale, or they'll do a dub real XL. But really, you won't use the same model as you used to buy his model, which is a much nicer 3D model. That's a different process to get it worked on. And also, they've been delayed for, obviously they were going to have other franchises be announced and show now.
Yeah.
So they're obviously pushing it back a year.
Can you take a look at your Eaglemoss model, though? I want to see it. I want to know if there's windows along the edge of the saucer on that one.
Yeah, I did already have a look at that. There's window detailing, but it's unpainted blobs. So I'm sure they are meant to be windows, but it's not a particularly high.
I can't. Okay, there's something there.
Yeah, they're just sort of painted or non-painted blobs.
Okay, no, that's good.
Which well, the thing is they're. I mean, they're also trying to be windows, but they are coming out of the hull, and they're at the same distance on the entire thing. So just kind of gives this raised feeling. But there's also the same detailing on the pylons. Oh, I don't know. But there should be, really, shouldn't there?
Yeah.
It'd be bizarre if there was not.
And Dan23, yeah, we talked about that already. They do open the big bay in cause and effects, and you do see some shuttles in there, but it's all very dark, so...
Yeah, you remembered that. Wonderful reference there, Stuart. Good job, man.
Right. So let's see, we got 104 likes with 103 people here. That's pretty good. But there's probably some people that haven't hit that like yet. So let's try to get to 110 at least.
Final super chat goal, Stuart?
Honestly, another $20 would be great. Another 70 would be better. But 20 is what we need to kind of hit the minimum for just over an hour long live. So if possible, please do that. Matt Boardman is currently the last super place slot. and he's usually a pretty good sniper for the last super. So if you want to take out one of the one of the reigning champions of last super chat slot, there he is. He's right there. Hit him.
The issue with trying to take out a sniper is that they either can sense you sniping them and they dodge, or they have body armor. And a sniper, by its very definition, is a long-range person. And
Plus
so
they have a very low profile because they're lying down half the time, so it's hard to.
Yeah. I don't know how often you shoot at snipers on the field in the field studio, but I often go out.
I was just doing it literally before we started this live because I was playing Call of Duty. You see the little glint from their scope, and you're like, okay, there's somebody up there, and all of a sudden you're dead.
Which Call of Duty was that then?
Modern Warfare.
Which one?
The latest one. I play it all the time in multiplayer.
As in the remastered version of the old one?
No, the latest one is called Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's just they keep doing new seasons. We're in season 5 right now.
Oh.
So they're always updating it and adding stuff. But yeah, I've got Cold War and stuff as well, but I like the multiplayer in just the regular. So I play that all the time. So
I still really enjoy Modern Warfare 3. I think that was the pinnacle because you got to play the wave mode.
I played that a lot in multiplayer. I missed those maps. I missed the boat, like the yacht and stuff in multiplayer. They don't have it in Modern Warfare.
Maybe we should load up Steam and play that against each other one time.
Hell yeah.
Add some bots. It's like, would you as Trekyards watch us shoot each other all on the same team? You know, me and Stuart versus bots. No, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, we could do wave combat. See how far we can go. It'd be kind of fun. Because those I have a great affinity for, because I think the shooting is like some of the most solid I've ever had. The guns are really, really good. And even if you don't get that far, it's funner than like zombies, because zombies is like, well, there's less targeting artistry on that. It's just shoot, shoot, run, run, shoot, shoot. Although when the Juggernaut came in, it's like, oh, he's an issue. But I was at my first year of university when that came out, or at least around then. I actually played that with my housemate Sam, so the two Sams, and then that account got wiped. And I was like, I got really high levels trying to get one thing in particular, and I played excessively long. Yeah. And then the PC, I got nothing again. Very frustrating.
Well, Species 1571 says Warzone, I think it's called. Yeah, I don't play the Warzone version of it. I do have it's Modern Warfare Warzone, but Warzone, you jump in from a plane, and if you die, you got to go to the stupid prison and escape. And I hate that version of the game. I just prefer the multiplayer. You die, you respawn. It's a lot more fun for me. So
yeah, no, I like. Actually, I say that I've never actually played a battle royale because when Fortnite came, when the Player Unknown Battleground came out, I was content watching live Let's Plays on it. I was busy with you. And then Fortnite came out, and very quickly I said to myself, I will never play Fortnite to be one of the few people that's never played Fortnite. So that became a thing. So I will never play Fortnite.
No, I never.
Because I can say that.
Never played Fortnite or PUBG.
Sure. High five. Well done you.
Yeah.
Although the other one, the PC one where you could jump around, looked funner. What that was called? Do you know what it's called? Guys, what's the other Battle Royale game which is similar but it was free at the time? Well,
there's PUBG. Is that the one you're speaking of?
No. It's like a more sci-fi one that was the one that came right after it. It was going to be one of those popular ones as well. Fortnite was really free. Guys, what's it called? I'll Google it.
Well, we got some super chats. So Jeff Stern.
Fantastic.
$2. Emailed you the other day about my episode idea. I'm trying to remember. I've read a few emails lately from people.
That was the deepest silence we've had for a while. But I was like,
I'd say email again. Oh, wait a minute. Episode idea. That was like a day or so ago. I can't remember. Email us again. I guess I could go look, but I gotta read some super chats first.
Yeah, Stuart checks the email more than I do because I'm busy with all the other things. And yes, Apex Legends, this Jericho. Apex Legends.
Okay.
What I was thinking of. That looked much funner to me. But I never played it though because you know what? I'm really, really busy, and unfortunately, I get to the point where it's like I could spend 3 hours doing fan film CGI of my own fan film and get some development on that, or shoot people and not win for 3 hours. One of which I have a bit of fun, the other which I have a bit of fun, sort of, and walk away with some shots, or a 3D build, or notes for, it's frustrating, because I like creating things. I just wish I had more time in my life.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. Preston M, who earlier in the chat said, "Yay, I finally made a live." He is now super chatted $20. So thank you so much, Preston.
Wow.
Great show, guys. Love the ship. Hope to see a lot more of it. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure we will. Maybe not a lot more, but we will see more of it. But yes, thank you so much for the super chat. That is a big deal. Thank you so much. Squadra Course, though, is the last super chat slot currently with $2. First of the last waits for the snipe. So he's already consigned to his fate. He's waiting for the bullet. Or the super chat. No, thank you. You guys are incredible. So, sent you a PayPal also. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my God. You did that the other day, didn't you? We get so many emails. Most of it's all junk too. Like, we want to buy your YouTube channel for $150,000. What?
Speaking of, this episode of Trekyards is sponsored by the Chinese Mengwei Corporation. All of your toilet needs at mengwei.com.
That was really good. I like
Thanks.
that.
Well, such an obvious set-off point. But in fact, I did actually delete quite a lot of the spam recently. But I'm thrilled to say that a lot of the emails we're getting is at TeePublic, our second affiliate t-shirt store. They tell you every time you made a purchase. And so while I don't really keep track of when the emails come on, when you see like 10 out of the last 20 emails we got are someone buying some shirts, boy, or some sort of merchandise, that sends a real like spark of nice. Because we make basically no money each time. And that's fine. But the fact that we get the free stuff because you guys bought their stuff means we get to have stuff, you get to have stuff, we get to show off cool stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some stuff from them, and it's cool to know people want to have people at conventions wear our stuff. That is more rewarding than you can imagine.
I found it. I found it, Jeff.
Okay. Live! What a live does! For the aircon, why are you talking?
All right. He says, "Hey, this is a $10 PayPal, so thank you so much." This was after one of the other lives. "Hey, this is Jeff Sturm. I was typing out my idea just as your live feed tonight ending. The one thing about an end-of-season cliffhanger episode of Lower Decks that would involve a shuttlecraft. Please look for my email." And he gives me this email address. I don't remember the email, though. I can't find it. So I don't know. I don't remember. But thank you. I do remember the PayPal notification. So at least I got that. So there you go. Thank you very much, Jeff. Oh, Squadra Course. Oh, wait a minute. Matt Boardman snipes in with $2. Coltrane snipe. Coltrane. Is that a jazz musician?
No. I think Bob Coltrane was a blues musician.
But what about Sergei Coltrane? He was like a nuclear physicist. So maybe
No,
the show was named after physicists.
And no, Reggie Coltrane, he was a mime artist that also played the he mimed money instruments. He was very talented.
Huh.
Or Derek Coltrane, he was a baker. Or Bobby Coltrane, he was a master baker.
And Derek Coltrane was the one that invented the baker's dozen, which is, yeah.
And Sandy Coltrane was the mother of Bob Coltrane, who was the father of Coltrane, who was himself a laughingstock because his parents were douchebags.
So confirmed that the Titan shuttlecraft are named after bakers. All right, cool.
Well, the master bakers. They were the masterful bakers.
That was good. That was a Captain Foley line. Good job, man. I like.
Thank you.
Squadra Course, $2. Hi, Matt. How's it going? Counter snipe.
Okay, question.
Honestly,
Serious question.
honestly, hold on. Honestly, $15 more right now would be awesome. to get us to actually our minimum. So thank you for everybody that has super chatted.
If you were in a video game and you could pick a sniping weapon, would it be bullet, explosive round, laser, or so if I say transporting projectile, you'll pick that. So I'm not going to say that because that'll win.
I know the answer. My answer already is super chat. That's what I would pick.
Oh, smart. I didn't even think about that, but that's a real good answer.
Laser, because it's a straight line. It's hard to miss with a laser. There's no drop. There's no wind. There's no. It's done.
But the power of the laser will diminish over space and time.
But not to the point where if you see your target with your eyes, it would have to be a long range.
Well, it's a sniper rifle. That's the idea.
Exactly.
Surely. Otherwise, you'll just use a rifle.
I still say laser is the answer.
But are you saying the laser with a Z or laser with an S?
S.
Hmm.
Moving on, Kyle Wong is the last super chat slot right now with £5. So thank you so much. Note to make a political point, but was the Romulan, or not to make a political point, I think he wants to say, but was the Romulan evacuation by the Federation just a shit show as the current U.S. evacuation of Afghanistan? I don't know, because I haven't been paying attention to what's been going on, because I just don't care.
I mean, you care about people, but not about politics.
Yeah, like I've heard the Afghanistan, and I see a lot of memes on Facebook. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know. I can't talk about it. So,
I mean, the only problem is if the difference would be if Afghanistan had 5,000 of their own aircraft and people to pilot them, and they still couldn't evacuate. It's like you have the ships, at least for, because remember, Hobus didn't destroy much. It destroyed a planet and maybe a solar system, maybe the sector at most. There ain't that many ships in that and planets in the local Romulus bit, so it's dumb. As if they didn't think of it, as if it was a catalyst to a story, which in itself, would you not think, Stuart, that the destruction of Romulus and the refugee crisis of an entire empire and the political ramifications of that is more interesting than space robots from another galaxy coming and destroy all life in our galaxy? Like, do you know what I mean? One is a really interesting political thing about the Star Trek universe. One is robots come to kill us all. Like, surely.
Yeah.
And yet one was the setup without any real frustrating. And it's canon now. It's annoying. Hopefully in season 2 they can retcon some stuff, because you can actively go back and say, oh, what we meant to say, or Picard was never really resigned, etc.
Yeah. I want to address Aaron Morse, who says, "What was that a Lochnar class in the USS Titan's conference room?" Well, I have it on screen right now. It looks very similar to a Lochnar, so if you want it to be a Lochnar in your headcanon, by all means, go right ahead.
The blur.
We honestly don't know, but it does have a lot of similarities to the Lochnar.
Well, it's like a Rorschach, isn't it? It's a gold out of focus blur. Whatever you want to see, It
says a lot about you if you see a Lochnar. Same thing I see. That's just a Lochnar, because you like FASA, you like old ships, you like the good stuff. So, Squadra Course has the last super chat slot with a $2 snipe. Best sniping weapon is probably Matt or Olivia. Olivia hasn't been here to be a sniper for quite a while. It's usually at the beginning of the streams, and but yeah, I mean, Matt's a pretty good sniper, just gotta say. Speaking of, Matt Boardman snipes in with $5. Any thoughts as to why the Titan looks more real and the Cerritos looks more cartoony? Just to highlight the Cerritos is a lesser ship? Maybe, you say that, but I don't think that the Cerritos looks any more cartoony this year, like this season, than the Titan does. They seem to match up pretty good. But I think that would be the joke. Yeah, like the Titan has transferred over from kind of the live action canon, and the Cerritos has always just been a cartoon, so maybe, if that's what you mean. But yeah, so there you go. You got the Lochnar, or the whatever it is on screen right now. So,
And in regards to ship feeling more real, I mean, certainly the proportions and details are all there. So, whereas in season 1, you were thinking of where are certain elements, because they don't quite all fit the standard norm, whereas here everything is there. They didn't really skimp out on any details. So it is definitely it feels a cohesive piece. I think you're right that the texture in season 2 really brings the series up a notch.
mm-hmm.
But it would also be odd. Although I actually probably the Titan was the last thing they made for the season. They probably did that at the standard they wish they could have the Cerritos in season 1, to run out of time, and then that was the baseline of how detailed do we want to go. Because then in season 1 the difference felt notable, but now it doesn't, because that's probably just, it was right at the end. They could afford the time to do it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with this ship necessarily, but if you want it to be the Lochnar, by all means, feel free. But I do like the fact that they did upscale the Cerritos for season 2, and hopefully it's going to be an ongoing thing. We kind of made that joke. Every season it's going to be a little more realistic, until finally the last season is all in live action. That would be great. Jeff Sturm puts in $2 and says, sent the email again. Now, do you want us to read it on the air, your idea, or let us know while you're here? I'll take a look right now, see if it's come in. I do remember reading an email. More than one, but I remember the one you're talking about. And it's not in yet, so I don't know.
Trekyards at hotmail.com, or Monotrick Junk. Is Titan much bigger than Voyager? Yes, actually. It's actually quite a lot bigger than Voyager. Voyager's a small ship. She's smaller than you think. Titan is a good chunk smaller than E, which is in itself then a good chunk smaller than Voyager. Yes. Oh, Noodle Channel. On both ships, though, you can't see where the captain's yacht is, so do you think the ships have captain's yacht? Absolutely doesn't have a captain's yacht for the Cerritos, and I don't think you'd need one for the... I mean, there certainly wasn't designed to be one, but most ships don't have captain's yachts. And the fact that the Aero Shuttle would not be classed as a captain's yacht, but more a secondary sort of response craft.
Yeah.
Yes, Stuart, you okay over there?
No, I want to kill Squadra Course.
Oh. Right.
Trekyards. Do the navigation lights blink when the ship is turning to that side? Just kidding. At least I didn't ask about the lithium. Squadra Course has been busting my balls about the lithium on my lives late at night, and you could probably tell when I read that, just the look on my face. I was like, are you serious? And then all of a sudden, just kidding. So, thanks, Squadra Course. You always make it interesting. He says it's okay if we read it, but I gotta wait for it to come in. So it says checking email. Let me check on the computer.
But I'm hoping beyond hope that we're going to see a lot more Titan. And honestly, hopefully we'll still see. Or hopefully we'll get I'd love to see a minute, like one scene on Titan every week. That would be such a nice feeling that okay, we're going to keep progressing. And to be fair, let's be honest, that might be an amazing way of having a reference, a larger canonical thing, which we've obviously had so far. So wouldn't it be great if, like in episode 3, we see them at a Klingon starbase, so no new Klingon starbase design from one of the video games, and he's talking to Martok on the view screen, and Boimler's involved with that in some way, and that's the reference in episode 3, because now they're going after them, and then by episode 6 they're dealing with Tholians, and then by episode 9, that'd be great with having a very hardcore we're doing something moment, or maybe even they fight in Borg in one episode, etc. You wouldn't expect the Cerritos, this nothing ship, to keep dealing with the big boys, but the Titan, they're out looking for trouble. Especially if the pack lids are going to be the season-wise threat in the context of a larger threat, then it might be very likely we'll see a Pakled versus Romulan fight that maybe the Tide comes in and helps with. That'd be really fun. You know, maybe we'll even see, you know, the Picard ships. You know, I wouldn't think they were brand new ships, the new Picard bomber, etc. So it'd be kind of cool to see those in lower decks, etc.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, it was in the junk mail, so we didn't even see it the first time. So here, I'll read it because he wants me to read it. So, yes. The idea for an end-of-season episode of Lower Decks cliffhanger involving a shuttle. The crew gets an overly encrypted distress signal from a Federation shuttle, which the sensors have difficulty finding. The shuttle is apparently in the middle of nowhere. It is sending out a fleet-wide priority code 47 for only the captain's eyes. However, when Captain Freeman attempts to use her access code, access is limited as the message is on a subspace wavelength that the computer does not recognize. The California-class computer core is processing super slowly. It was in the middle of a Rikers operating system update when it received this highly sophisticated message. Estimated at 22 minutes to complete with the help of Rutherford and his cybernetic implant, the Cerritos crew can decrypt some of the data, as Tendi can recognize that the signal has many similarities to Rutherford's implant in how they both process data. By the end of the episode, 22 minutes later, Captain Freeman is surprised by the message's sender, Captain Dax. Just then, at that moment, the Lower Decks crew, on an away EVA mission, locate the shuttle adrift in an asteroid belt. They manage to bring it on board via tractor beam to the shuttle bay. Almost done here. A small time ship type featured in episode Voyager set in the 90s. They get the shuttle on board. The crew discovers the shuttle's name is the Beckett Mariner from the United Temporal Federation. Above the name of the shuttle, the print on the ship reads USS Enterprise, NCC 1701J. 3 seconds of silence. End of season.
I mean, he wanted to be big in the Titan, I guess. We brought the Titan and Jonathan Frakes in. You haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for sharing that, Jeff.
I will say now you've got me wanting to do
I knew it. When I was reading it, I'm thinking Samuel's gonna get an idea sparked from this.
Well, no, yeah. No, since that Enterprise J, I thought, wouldn't it be great if for some reason one of the characters, maybe Daniels, comes back to get Mariner, takes her onto the J during Procyon to talk to Archer after his talk about Procyon, and that'd be a fun way of having Archer, because you can't talk to him in his timeline, but you can talk to him in the future, alternate timeline. Just going back to Procyon would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Preston M, $2. Snipe.
Thank you.
Just because I have a Hotmail still too.
I don't get the hate.
Yeah.
Stuart, set one final super chat goal. Make it realistic, but let's do a quick fire.
12 minutes. $12.
12. Come on, that's
$12 is perfect. Nice round number. And another 6 likes. Let's get to 130 likes. So.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then, assuming all goes well, Stuart, assuming we can... I guess we can probably still do stills. What's the plan for tomorrow, then?
Tomorrow, we are doing a review of an animated Star Trek, the animated series. We're going to do the Season 1, Episode 7, The Infinite Vulcan, which is the giant Spock 2. His name is actually Spock 2. And... he was in the last episode of Lower Decks. So we're going to do a review of that episode tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be an hour early. Don't forget. Be there.
Or
be square.
Or
hug a bear.
I was be a romperzoid. Like a shape called that. Something like that, I don't know. Yes, no, that'd be fun. I mean, we've done DS9, we've done TOS, we've done TNG, and we've done DS. I already said the distance. So that's going to be very interesting to go back and do. We have literally never reviewed Kirk after TOS. Interesting to see how much Shatner gave a shit
It's,
in the acting.
well, it's pretty good actually. But anyway, I'll let you be the judge of that tomorrow. But
Yeah.
this is an episode of the animated series that was written by Walter Koenig, so it was written by Chekhov, just so you guys are aware. So it's got kind of a bonus little extra goodness of Star
He was
Trek.
meant to play the scientist, and then he wasn't allowed.
Yeah. Mark Lawrence, $5. More love for the animated series. Thank you so much, Mark.
Some sauce.
So honestly, $5 more would be a great way to send out. Squadra Course just threw in $1 for the last super chat slot.
Oh, so close.
So we're so close. But you guys are amazing. So thank you so much. Keep it up. And another 4 likes if possible. If 4 of you haven't hit that like button, consider hitting that as well.
Yeah, but no. In closing, Titan, it's an odd one, but I think it's a ship that is better than some of its parts. While a lot of it you could refine, it works surprisingly well, and certainly seeing it in motion like we've never seen before works better than you necessarily think. And they certainly treat it with a lot of respect in Lower Decks with the beauties. And as I said during our review, there's a few shots where it's like, that was unnecessary, but that's okay. It's good to see a shot of the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sergeant Montgomery snipes in with $1. Preston M snipes in with $1, which leaves us only $2 more to go to get to our goal. So 2 more $1 super chat snipes would be awesome.
God,
Preston
so
is now the winner. Oh, Matt Boardman snipes in with $2. Snipe in the 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow, violent. Well, briefly, Mr. Jericho, Shatner did his lines over the phone.
Some of them. He was out doing Broadway and stuff. He was always... But you can't tell. I think it's pretty good.
Well, I would assume they would actually be recording it, like, through the landline, so the actual raw audio rather than, like, whatever.
Yeah, he was usually in hotel rooms when he did it, so...
Wow. I mean, I don't associate the amateurs as having high-quality audio, let's be honest, in any way. And stilted animation to be polite. That's what I associate.
Wow. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
Jeff Sturm, $2. Thank you, Captain Foley. Well, thank you, Jeff, for sending that in. Sorry it was in the junk mail. That's why I don't really remember it. Somebody had sent in another thing, too, and then another person asking us to read his script. And there's just a lot going on in our email all the time, so...
Yes. And well done, Stuart, for running the live today. Good job. You actually got to hear Stuart's raw audio this time round. Hopefully you've enjoyed the raw studio mic.
It's probably wasn't a perfect broadcast, but it's okay. We're making do until we can get back on our feet here. So.
And yes, Donnie says the next episode is the Tom Paris episode.
Yes.
And the Beckett, Mariner, and Tendi together episode. So basically, we're going to run out of trailer content. Probably episode 5.
Yeah.
At the earliest, at the latest. So that's real interesting.
Preston M with $1. Thank you very much, Preston, and thank you for being able to make this super chat. So we really appreciate it. Or this live, and for super chatting, it means a lot. So.
And we are thinking of doing a drunk live next month, guys. Topic to be determined, but hope something kind of fun. And I'm doing filming this weekend with Nim for Trek Shorts. We're doing another one, but at some point with one of her shoots, I do want to actually have her on one of these lives. Actually have Nim next to me, but that one I'll because she's budgeted to be here, so it's like a distinct thing, and we've all got to get to bed and wake up early for the next shooting day. So I definitely want, when we get her actually physically on the live stream, to actually have lots of questions and prep that in advance. Maybe we'll do like ask questions in advance, etc. Because she's the star of Trek Shorts and currently many episodes. But I did kind of hope they'll have one more episode of her out to get to know her more. Although it's kind of funny, the ones that are most finished are her youngest self and her oldest self, and they both act unlike she is normally because they're meant to show different parts of her personality. So you might not like her, but that's the point, because she grows as she grows older. So it's a weird thing to have to do. Whereas Long Way From Home, she's quite balanced because she's middle-aged. Probably playing her mid-30s and her late 20s.
Nice. There you go. Something else to look forward to, guys. But tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our review of an animated series episode, The Infinite Vulcan, which should be interesting. So anyway, don't. I hate the music. I hate the music of the animated series with a passion. Anywho, that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have yourself a great day, night, evening, afternoon, weekend, day off, day to go. I don't know, day at work, whenever you watch this. And until then, until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's Captain Foley, and you have total control there, Stuart.
I do. I have the power, which means. Ooh, I didn't think about this. I was going to do something funny, and I forgot all about it. God damn it.
I don't know if you've stopped yet or not.
I haven't.
Okay.
I'm trying.
I can't tell.
Oh, it's probably...
Wait, Stuart, did you know the jazz people? Did you know?
They're named after jazz musicians?
No, jazz people in the jazz club at Man's High School. They were called jazz people.
Okay.
How would you stopped? You know, I
still haven't stopped. There we go. Now I can stop because the commander's gone. Sorry, I didn't have that labeled. Anyway, bye guys.